considering the rest of the world.
That's true.
Who else is going to be...
We're all going to be 1/4 or 1/8 of some country. I mean, look at me and you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
That's exactly it.
Like, and if you marry someone else who it was like a
Mixed
halfie,
as well,
because we're both halfies actually.
Yeah, we should tell people probably. So I'm half Russian, half Bahraini, and you?
And I'm half Lebanese, half Iraqi.
Yeah.
So
yeah, definitely. And I was just telling the story yesterday, and you know it as well, of me knowing someone who's half Russian, half Bahraini as me, and she married half Japanese, half German guy.
Yeah.
And they have a kid, and it's like child of the world.
Exactly.
Seriously.
Child of the world passport. And actually, that's another thing. Where do you say you're from?
Exactly.
I find this the hardest question because I never know what to answer. Do I answer where I was born, where I live, or where I'm ethnically from?
The sad things as well is that there's no correct answer. Sometimes, for example, people prefer, like, let's say someone was born in the US, but then they moved somewhere else, and then you ask them where you're from, and they say I'm American, and people are like, no, you're not. You're not, like, obviously you're not. But that's not fair as well. It's up to us, I think, to decide what we feel comfortable with, not up to anyone else to,
That's true.
to tell us. So what do you usually say when people ask?
I don't know if this is a sort of cultural type thing, but usually we take after what the father is. And then if you want to go into more detail or if you feel more fancy, you then say what you are for both sides. So I would normally say I'm Lebanese.
Yeah.
But, you know, if people start asking questions, then I go into like further discussion like, oh, I'm actually half-half, or, well, you know, I don't speak Arabic that well because I lived in Dubai my whole life and we wanted to speak English. I went to an English-speaking school, things like that. So
I think being in Dubai also adds a little kink to it as well, because we can't say we're Dubaian, right? Not really.
That's interesting, actually. I think this is one of the rare places where you can't.
Yeah.
Where you never actually feel 100% like you belong.
Yeah, and I was actually literally born here, and I and it's home. I mean, my family lives here. I've lived here my whole life, but I don't feel like I'm a local.
Emirati.
I guess, yeah, and I'm not, right? So
yeah, but the thing is that, like, for example, people who've, like, let's say, moved to Brazil and like either, because that's another thing. Sometimes it's about being born somewhere. Sometimes it's like being born and living there. I mean. Sometimes it's just living there. And sometimes it's neither. Like, for example, I say I'm Lebanese, but I've never lived in Lebanon. I've visited, I can count on my hands how many times.
And yet you identify with it. It's
exactly.
really quite interesting, actually.
So what is it? Is it like your parents? Is it family?
Maybe you feel the Lebanese culture in your family. Do you know what I mean?
But the thing is that my Iraqi side has been here with me in like Dubai my whole life.
Yeah, it's very distinctive as well.
Lebanese side is in Lebanon. So then
I wonder.
Do you, like, what do you identify with more? Your Russian or your Bahraini side?
This is a question I've thought a lot about, and I'm sure you know that as well, that when people ask me, I usually can't really choose one or the other, and I say I'm half Bahraini, half Russian. I think it's I don't know, I feel literally equal towards both. If someone asks me which one do you identify with more, I can't give an answer. I find it very difficult because the Bahraini side is so strong. My dad's influence definitely is there, and then at the same time my mom's influence is just as strong. It's, I think, both are quite strong with each other and stuff, so I find it difficult to identify.